You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet.
Hello! I just gave Ian the best stinger, you guys.
Welcome.
You're gonna fuck it. You're gonna
did.
You're gonna
really
love
did.
it. Just stay till the end.
Welcome to TADPOG. This is Tyler and Dave Play Old Games. It's a little homespun artisanal podcast that three old guys and one young guest play old games and talk about them. We're one old guy short though tonight.
We are.
Our man Tyler needed a little break. He needed a little downtime. He's got a lot going on. So we're gonna.
He's not dead.
He's not dead.
He's not dead. I want to stress this. Tyler is not
he's very,
dead.
very much alive.
Very alive.
Sounds like we're covering for the fact that he's dead.
I mean,
overemphasizing it.
No,
y'all didn't.
No, I'm not.
Y'all
He's
didn't.
not dead.
Y'all didn't bring him out and show him to me, so I haven't seen him.
He's not dead. You want me to get him on FaceTime?
That's
No,
too
it's
easy to
okay.
fake.
Yeah, with all the AI tools now.
Look, I don't have my Sora invite yet, so I can't do it. You're gonna have to trust me.
So we gave Tyler the night off at his request.
He's out of PTO though, so I don't know what he's gonna do about that, but we'll figure it out.
We have the same amount of people as usual hosting though, because Bubba Drewski is here with us tonight.
Bubba Drewski.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
good to have
Thanks
you
for
back,
coming back.
man. Glad you like being here as much as you do.
It's a lot of fun.
We're grooming you to be a perma host. you and John are the last two in the running.
Right. Well, when my project completes next year, I am moving home. I didn't buy a house here.
All right.
Unfortunately, for
Well, we've got you for a little while longer anyway.
a little while, yeah.
We'll enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah.
Which,
So,
I don't last that long. I'm sorry, guys.
Man. That used to be my problem.
now it's like, hurry up.
Now it's a different,
Yep,
it's a whole different ball of wax.
it is.
I'm talking like we're on Patreon.
Yeah. The audience loves it.
They do.
The live studio audience.
Yeah, as I can see by the sign.
This week we're doing Top Gear and Top Gear 3000, the far distant follow-up to the original Top Gear 2 episode that was done during the
2013. The year of our Lord, 2013.
When you were doing the top 100 SNES games.
That's right.
They hadn't quite figured out at that point that, hey, we could knock several things off our list if we do all versions at all at once. So we're doing those two tonight, and it's very exciting.
Yeah, it is. We can finally close the Top Gear chapter.
Yeah,
of
it's
TADPOG.
been hanging.
This is momentous.
It is. It's been hanging over us for 12 years.
I'm gonna sleep a lot better on Wednesday when this publishes, and I can say in my nightly prayer, God, dear God, we finally did it. Thank you for allowing us to come together and talk about Top Gear.
Do you have an Arya Stark type prayer for Cersei?
I do.
Cersei Lannister.
I do.
Joffrey Lannister.
It's actually just
the Mountain. Top Gear 3000.
It's 100% the same. It's just video games titles are swapped in. Yes, I do. It's a great question.
So, before we get into that,
What have you been up to?
What have I been up to?
Yeah, you go first.
I always go first.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
We can't break tradition that much.
You're right.
I might start hemorrhaging.
God, I almost don't have much to talk about this week. I almost had another fucking situation with an item that I was trying to return, not getting returned properly, a la the Xbox fucking debacle.
Oh boy.
That was a saga.
There's a whole nother Xbox debacle going on right now. Not to that degree, but just with the Game Pass increase.
Oh, yeah. Well, ironically, that's what I was trying to avoid the whole time when I was doing that.
Oh, right. Yeah. To not get trapped in that.
Trapped in that.
Well, that's happening again.
Fuck.
So,
Well, I'm out of it. Thank
good
goodness.
for you.
I only took a several months in a trip to Louisville distribution facility and confronting someone in person to get it resolved. This time, my beef is with FedEx. Although the resolution came much quicker this time. It has been resolved. But I got a new iPhone.
Yeah.
And I went through Apple to get it because they had a special promotion for your carrier, whatever your carrier is. In my case, this would be AT&T.
Sure.
Had a deal where you trade in an iPhone. And mine was like a 15 Pro Max. And like, trade this guy in, we're going to get you like $1,100 in credit that'll be applied to your bill over the course of so many years or months, whatever, at the rate of like $2 per month. It was nothing, right?
Yeah.
And so I took advantage of that, and I went ahead and kicked it off. They sent me the phones. Tanya and I got our phones changed over, put them in the little return boxes that they provide you, and took them to the FedEx office and dropped them off for 2-day express delivery back to Apple.
Okay.
Is how those were labeled. The next few days later, I get an email from Apple because I had to do it in 2 separate orders. They wouldn't let me do 2 upgrades on the same order. I had to split them into 2 separate orders.
Okay.
All right.
So I got a message back. One of the phones has arrived at Apple, and you don't have to do anything else. You're done. We're gonna get you your bill credits through AT&T. We're gonna take care of you. You're all done. The other one, however, it got to be today. Now this was September the 27th when all this started.
Oh, okay.
It got to be today,
like
which is
out.
October the 6th. I still haven't heard anything. And I figured, well, okay, mine must have got the other phone, assuming it's mine, must have fell to the bottom of the pile and they haven't scanned it in yet, right? So today I called FedEx and I said, hey, I did some tracking on this package. And
So I was going to ask what the tracking shows.
tracking shows that it hasn't been picked up yet.
Hasn't been picked up?
Yeah. So that's a problem.
Yeah.
And I need to know where the phone is. And I told the lady on the phone, who did not speak good English and was not terribly concerned with understanding what I had to say. And again, I've said this twice today. I am not trying to be stereotypical or whatever about foreign tech support or foreign customer service from like India or the Philippines or something. I've had several more very good experiences with folks that work in those call centers than bad. This time it just happened to be bad.
A bad one.
And she was very like, well, you're going to have to just open a case, I guess. I'm like, why is the burden of proof of where the fuck this is on me? I've got the receipt to show that I did my part. Would you like to know more? I did my part. And she's like, well, I can't, we can open a case, but we need to get, since technically Apple is the shipper, because it's their label. You know, they're the ones that's printed the label, it's a pre-printed label. So technically Apple is the shipper, not me. So I can't open the case. So she says to me, literally says to me, you're going to need to get Apple on the phone with us. And I said, Apple?
All right, hold on 1 second.
You want, you want me to call Apple Computer and get them on this call? Are you crazy? I can't do that. I was like, forget it. I'll figure something else out. I hung up on her. I went down to the FedEx office where I dropped off the package.
Yeah.
They said, we can't help you here. This is just a pickup office, and once it's gone from here, you have to deal with the hub, which is up on the south side off of Husband's Road.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, I'll drive to the hub.
But if it hasn't been picked up yet.
Well, it wasn't there. That's the thing.
Okay.
And when they say not been picked up,
so
they think it's still at the hub.
Gotcha.
Right, gotcha.
And
You
I'm
know,
like,
the moment you left, they called the hub, and they were like, there's a guy on the way.
crazy
He's
guy.
not Apple.
Yeah.
He looks like Tim Cook, but he's not Tim Cook.
That you know of. So I she gives me she was helpful. She gave me the number and the address. And she says, you should give him a call. I said, should I call him or should I go out there? Would it be better for me to go out there? Because I kind of worked my way around to it from Lower Town, right? And she's like, you should go out there. And this other woman comes out, oh, honey, you need to go out there. They've been having problems with people stealing phones.
Oh, shit.
I'm like,
This lady,
That's good to know.
This lady knows what the fuck is up.
Yeah.
So I drove.
You should have been like, "Hey, can I buy you a fish sandwich? You'll come with me?
Yeah.
Let's get to the bottom of this
Let's
shit."
go have
Hey,
some
sweet thing.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
She was cute. She was cute too.
She sounded cute. That's why I said that.
She's good looking. And anyway, I got in the car and left and went around the fucking belt line to the hub. And I pull into the parking lot, and it reminded me of being at that place in Louisville, where John and I went to figure out what was fucking going on with my Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Only this place was like fucking like walled off with like fucking barbed wire fence and a fucking no badge, no entry sign and all this stuff. And I'm like, well, fuck.
Place phone inbox.
Yeah, kind of. And I called, and some dude answered, and he's like, I'm like, hey, I got a question about a problem with a package that wasn't delivered properly. It's in transit, but they said it isn't, and I need you to help me out. Can I come in? I'm in the parking lot. He's like, no, I can't let you in the building, probably because they said I was not Tim Cook.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm
surprising. I mean, white guy glasses, we all look the same.
You joke.
you joke. But
However, the number of times when I've had my face cam on, like streaming on Twitch, the people that chatters would say that I look like is a fucking wide ass game. I mean, it fucking runs the whole thing.
I saw a bunch of TikToks where they were talking to Asian people, and Asian people, they were all saying, I can't tell white people apart. You know? It's like, well, at least it kind of goes both ways, you know?
Sometimes I can't.
Right.
To be perfectly fucking honest
just
with
don't
you.
have a fucking eye for faces, I guess. I do, but mine is names. I can't ever remember.
When I was a child, if you put a gun to my head, I couldn't tell you the difference between Billy Crystal and Michael Keaton. I couldn't have.
Yeah.
There's like a fifth. I would have flipped a fucking coin, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell those two people apart.
I get it. So,
Until Beetlejuice, and then I was like, okay, I got it.
You're locked in. So I'm at the hub. I'm talking to the guy. He says, well, give me the tracking number. I said, I'm going to give you this tracking number, but you got to do better than everyone else I've given this tracking number to, because it's been a bad day, and I've been real down lately, and this was not helping. And
when did this go down?
This morning.
This was today.
Yeah.
Okay.
I left work. I told my boss, I was like, dude, I have urgent $1,100 business to take care of. I got to step out for about 45 minutes. He's like, go do your thing. He's really,
I mean, I can stay.
my boss is the fucking man. He just is like, as long as your shit's getting done, I ain't going to complain if you have to just dip out for a little bit. He's a great dude.
Right.
Sounds like it.
Love you, Jacob. You're a good man, and I'm glad to be working for you. Anyway,
You could have just been like, or I mean, you could give me the $1,100.
give me $1,100 and
I'll
we'll call it a day. I won't get anything done here either, though, because I don't have shit to do right now. But I ain't going to tell you that. I hope he doesn't listen to the show past the point where I said he was a great boss.
I think you're good. You said he's a great boss.
And then
I
he
feel like,
hits stop and
Yeah.
it's done.
Yeah,
right?
probably.
yeah.
Anyway,
He finished.
talk to
Now back to the shower.
back to the convention. So he's like, well, just give me the number. He goes, you're talking to a guy that can find the things that you're looking for.
Shit.
He says, I can get more information than people you've talked to so far. I said, we'll see about that. Gave him the number. He puts me on hold. Classic Cisco hold music, by the way. FedEx Hub uses Cisco phone systems.
Huh.
You know the music I'm talking about, right?
I don't.
No.
The Cisco hold music, I'll play it. I'll put it in the middle of the show.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll drop some Cisco hold music somewhere in tonight's episode.
All right. We'll hide it.
And so he leaves me on hold for a few minutes, and then he comes back and he says, yeah, it looks like it got down to Memphis and it got a top scan, which means a top scan is when it's going down that real fast conveyor belt and all the lasers are scanning.
Yeah.
And it got a top scan, but after that, we don't have any tracking and we don't know where it is. I'm like, man, I am on the hook for an $1,100 piece of the technology.
Surely that's insured, right?
And I got to fucking deal with
You'd
this.
think.
What the fuck are we doing? What are we going to do about this? He's like, well, you're going to have to open a case, like a tracking case with FedEx, but most likely you're going to have to get Apple to do it. I'm like, fine. I will call Apple.
They have to be. This has to be a common problem.
Yeah.
I bet it is.
He says, call Apple. I was like, fine. You know what? I'm fucking glad I drove all the way down here. I should have just called. I should have never left my office. I'm out. Go fuck yourself. Bye. I did. I said, go fuck yourself because I was mad. Sorry, dude. You tried to help me and I talked like an asshole to you and I apologize. But I'm really not that sorry because I'm tired of shit like this happening to me. Anyway, so I go back to my office and I call Apple. Now this, my friends, this is why I buy Apple products. Because not only do they make good products and I'm just basically locked into their ecosystem and can't do anything about it. Not only that, their customer service is pretty fucking good, at least in my experience. I've never had a bad experience with Apple's customer service. Called them up, told him what was going on. The dude sounds like a guy that I could like live next door to.
Sure.
He's just as chill as can be. He's like, tell me what's going on, dude. And I tell him, he's like, oh shit, man. I'd hate that. I feel you. I'd hate for that to happen to me too. Let me fix this for you. He didn't say, he said, let me fix this for you.
Right.
I gave him the tracking
He didn't
number.
say, here's the thing and you
Here's
need
the
to
thing
do.
that you need to do. He
You need
said,
to open a case with FedEx.
he said, let me fix this for you. I give him the tracking number, and he puts me on hold for a minute. He comes back. He says, all right, let me tell you what's going on. Number one, the one thing I want you to take away from this is that you are not responsible. You are going to get the credit that you deserve, whether we get our phone back or not.
Sweet.
FedEx is going to pay this one way or the other. If they've lost it, if one of their people stole it. He said, what he said was, if it fell off a truck,
Right. Yeah.
You're covered. You're going to get done probably by middle of next week. We're going to have you credited. Everything's going to be as if we got the phone, regardless of what happens here. So you are off the hook.
Sweet.
I was like, okay, I should have called you first.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have either.
I would have thought it was a thing for me to deal with for FedEx,
Yeah,
but it didn't
same.
dawn on me. It didn't occur to me that Apple's the shipper. It's the burden's on them to find their shit. 'Cause
Yeah.
if they have proof, and I have proof that I dropped it off, that's that, right?
Sure.
That's not on me, but it's been my experience that
Right.
it's not always the case. So guy takes care of it. He says, probably by middle of next week, we'll hook you up. You're going to be good. Don't worry about it. Now, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, okay, when is phase 2 of this shit going to start?
Right.
When am I going to have to start yelling at Apple? 20 minutes later, I got the email that said your trade-in is completed, your credits have been issued, and everything's fine.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
So good on Apple for taking care of that problem.
Hell
And
yeah.
like y'all said, I'm sure this is something that's happened
Oh yeah, this has to be a super common
yeah,
thing.
especially on the new iPhones come out, and they're getting a fucking truckload of them every hour of people trading in. I'm sure that's what it is, but I'm just glad that it didn't drag out to me having to go down to the FedEx hub in Memphis and complain to somebody,
with a baseball bat.
with a baseball bat, and no, I wouldn't do that. I would definitely not do that. So please don't use that against me.
You didn't do it. It's a joke. It's a comedy.
It was a joke.
Video
It's
game
a comedy
podcast.
video game podcast.
We're not experts.
Anyway, that happened, and then the other thing, I worked in my yard. I washed my car. I did a lot of adult things over the weekend, and but one thing I did watch there's a series on Netflix called Monster. You might have heard of it.
I have heard of it.
They've
Yes.
done Jeffrey Dahmer, and they did
They're doing Ed Gein, right?
Menendez brothers, and now Ed Gein has been done.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that. And
I watched it.
And Nikki was asleep when I watched the trailer, and I was really tempted to be like, hey, wake up. There's something we need to watch right now. You'd like it a lot, probably more than me, but I'm interested.
So Tanya and I, it's 8 episodes,
Right.
of about an hour each. Tanya and I watched it beginning to end, Saturday and Sunday. Charlie Hunnam, aka dude from Sons of Anarchy, the main guy from Sons of Anarchy, plays Ed Gein. Laurie Metcalf plays Ed's mom.
That's a name I recognize.
Yeah. And there's several other people scattered throughout it that I couldn't say I recognize immediately. But it is so good.
It looked really good.
It's so fucking good. Like, Dahmer was pretty good. I didn't watch the Menendez one.
I didn't know this was a series.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Dahmer was really good and got a lot of
debatable. Some people say he's a real piece of shit.
Monster : the Jeffrey Dahmer story was pretty good.
Monster : that's a whole
Monster : it was pretty good. I liked it, but I liked this one way better. If dude doesn't get nominated for an Emmy for his performance of Ed Gein, I would be shocked. And Laurie Metcalf's gonna at least get nominated for Best Supporting Actress for this because she was perfect.
Okay.
So for those of you that don't know, Ed Gein was a man who lived. He was in his 40s during World War II. He lived in Wisconsin, and at some point, his mom passes away. He had a real rough childhood. His mom was real bad to him. His dad was real bad to him. His dad left. He worked out on the farm all the time. He had a brother who left because of the way he was being treated too. And at some point, Ed's mom passes away, and he starts taking bodies out of the cemetery to replace her and to start. So one of the things that a lot of people probably maybe know or don't know is that several iconic horror films pulled from some of Ed Gein's things that he did.
Okay.
Namely Psycho,
right?
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and most probably well known as Silence of the Lambs. And I don't want to say too much, but this I find this to be very unique and very well played by the producers of this show, is that they kind of weave that in. And it was super educational and super informative, but also fucking hardcore. They do not pull any punches with the visuals in this movie.
I kind of got that from the trailer.
There is no...
It was fucking haunting, dude.
Okay. It is disturbing. Like, they do not spare the viewer. This is not something that I recommend anyone with even a weak stomach watch, because... And it's awkward and weird and uncomfortable, but it still somehow is brilliant.
Yeah, sounds like good horror.
Yeah.
It's really it is a biography. It is just telling the story of this man's life.
Right.
And it's surprising.
Yeah, but you can do it in different ways.
Yeah.
I mean, and I feel like a lot of people have seen it like in a documentary style.
Yeah.
But like I don't think there's anything wrong with taking the horrible atrocities that someone has done and I guess dramatizing that and doing it for
like
the
a
effect of horror,
reenactment.
as long as it's not like
making him a hero.
yeah. Right, yeah.
It doesn't
Which it doesn't sound like they are doing.
It doesn't it's not horror. It's not horror. It's just super fucking hard to watch because it is real life horror.
Right.
It's the shit
but that's
that
what
he
I mean.
really did.
Yeah, I don't mean like horror fiction. I know he's real.
It's terrifying.
But I mean, horror exists in real life.
Absolutely.
I mean,
and this is a perfect portrayal of that. And it's sort of like Ed Gein is kind of one of the first known serial killers, right? The first sort of case of that. But
he would hide the bodies in the crawl space, right?
That was John Wayne Gacy.
Oh, John Wayne Gacy,
yeah.
the clown. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
a lot of times what he would do is Ed wanted the skin, and he would return the bones to the graves eventually. Sometimes.
Oh well, he made it right apparently.
Eventually, he got kind of over that too. But there was a
He got
whole lot.
lazy. He's like, yeah, you know what? I'm fucking tired of looking at these fucking bones around. I'm not in hell yet.
There was a lot of really surprising information in this that I didn't know, and even Tanya was caught off. And Tanya is a scholar of this stuff. She knows this shit pretty well, and she can hold her own with just about anybody talking about serial killers. But she even found a lot of the information in this to be new to her. It is gruesome but fantastic, and I absolutely recommend anyone who's interested in knowing it gets a little preachy at times. I think there's a couple of lines towards the end that seem like they're trying to wrap things up and deliver a message, and they're a little too
fucking
over the top
comes
about
out
it
at the end and it's like, the true spirit of Christmas is Jesus Christ.
Excuse me. I've had a really bad cough the last couple weeks. Anyway, 4 stars. Wiz and Say says check it out.
Sweet.
It's 8 hours well spent. We really Saturday night after we finished watching the first 5 or 6 episodes, I felt like gross. Like
I get it. Yeah.
Sick to my stomach. Like it's a lot. So maybe spread it out a little bit, but definitely watch it if you're interested in that kind of subject matter, because it's super, super informative and not lacking in the slightest bit in shock value.
Yeah,
really,
for sure.
Really good shit.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, because I thought it looked really interesting.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad to hear that you watched it and have some insight on it.
The only other thing I was going to mention is I have not seen it yet, but I've had the song Golden from K-pop Demon Slayer stuck in my head now for going on 2 solid weeks. And it's driving me crazy.
I haven't seen it.
I love the song.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
I'm going to watch it. It's a musical.
Yeah.
But that song, I have a prediction that Golden is going to be nominated for an Emmy. And it could easily win. And that is all.
Cool.
Dave, what have you been up to?
So I've been reading Dracula. It's long. Did you know that? It's very long.
I didn't.
I like it, but I'm also kind of like, yeah, this is good. However, it feels like, especially the back half of this could have been tightened up a little bit. Like there's a whole section on like they're trying to figure out where Dracula is, and it's like, homie, one of you fucking sold him a house here. Like, did you think you maybe should check there to see if maybe he's there? No, we're gonna do this whole fucking like chain of events to figure it out. And it's like, okay, I know part of this is that I'm the audience, and it's like, so I know it does its job of like letting you know what the fuck's going on. But
Well,
it's
also,
like,
nobody had, back when that book was written, nobody had anything else to do.
Yeah.
So books had a lot of filler.
Yeah.
So they would keep you busy a little longer,
yeah, maybe. Hey, you want to fuck? Man, we just did that twice. Well, shit.
Yeah.
There's nothing left to do.
Let's read. I'm a quarter of the way through Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Hey, you think they know where he lives? Shh. I'm trying to enjoy this time I'm wasting. If you could please shut the fuck up. Other than that, I played some Night Rain, did some more Deep of the Night with is it Deep of the Night or Deep of Night? I don't know. With Josh and Nicole, in which we still haven't beat any of those bosses because they're fucking hard. And in the process of playing, we were talking about what we've been reading, and I mentioned Dracula, and I can't remember if it was Josh or Nicole, but they were like, have you seen for some reason Dracula Dead and Loving It came up?
Oh my God.
And I was like, I've never seen it. And they were like, oh, I know how it came up, because I was making fun of the audiobook version of Dracula I'm listening to. I think in the last episode,
the guy that's like,
it's like, homie. But I might not have touched on this yet because I hadn't met this character yet. Van Helsing, 100 times worse than the Dracula voice. It is like they're in the studio and they're like telling the narrator, you need to sound like Sigmund Freud, but like crank it up to 11. And he's like, do you want me to do it so that like the listener has to rewind at certain points to be like, did he just say, what did he say? And they're like, yes, if you could bring that energy to this recording, yes. So I was talking about that, and Dracula Dead and Loving It came up because Mel Brooks plays Van Helsing, which I didn't know.
It's been so long since I've seen Dracula Dead and Loving It.
I thought he was the best part of,
God,
of the movie.
Need to rewatch that.
it was like one of those where it's worth watching. I'll put it that way. I thought it was funny. I think Mel Brooks is the best part in it. Him as Van Helsing is really entertaining. So that's a recommend for me.
Okay.
I played a little Ninja 5.0 for the Game Boy Advance.
So it's like a Ninja Cop.
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
It is a Ninja Cop.
That's
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought I was being funny.
I mean, you are, but it also happens to be.
I love that.
You are a
That's
Ninja
cool,
I
Cop.
love that it's Ninja 5.0. That just rolls off the fucking
I know,
tongue.
it's pretty great. And it actually, because it's the game of the month on the TADPOG Discord, bit.ly/TADPOG Discord. And I was like, man, I'm going to be really funny. I'm going to fucking find a version of Hawaii 5.0 done with traditional Japanese instruments. And it's going to be great and everyone's going to love it. But I couldn't find that. I found a Chinese version, but I was like, that's probably racist, right?
Yeah.
To post it and be like, this is close, right?
I can't tell them apart.
Yeah. First of all, I can't tell them apart. Second of all, like all Chinese are ninjas, right? This is a comedy
It's
podcast.
ninja, not ninjas.
Sorry.
Come on, man.
Sorry. I apologize.
Actually.
Again, to be clear, Tyler's not dead. Also, there is a pinball tournament going on. Are we good? You're looking exasperated at the soundboard.
Somebody's been fucking with the board the whole. So if you're listening to this for the last however long, and the left channel has been a lot softer than the right.
I think it's good because it all mixes mono.
Well, that's true. That's true. Sorry. Go ahead.
I got really worried when I saw your expression because it's like, oh fuck, we're gonna start away the fuck over.
We're good. We're good.
I'm gonna listen to your iPhone story again, which was a good story, but the second time I'm gonna have to like really act.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit.
She said what?
That's all right. You could have gone into detail about the cute girl. So there's also a pinball tournament going on the TADPOG Discord.
Yeah.
That Rhythm Master Paul Korn is throwing. There's a game called Pinball FX, and there are a bunch of different like classic tables, like real life tables that you can play. There was voting on what to play, and Medieval Madness won, which is a Williams pinball joint.
Is this the one that I helped decide with my vote? I had to vote.
How recently did you do it?
Several weeks ago.
No,
different tournament.
That was Theater of Magic.
Oh, gotcha.
Which is also that was a great table too. This has been really fun. Medieval Madness is like my big takeaway from it is like, how did you guys like not get sued by Monty Python? Because it feels to me like Williams might have like pitched the idea or built it to be like a Monty Python and the Holy Grail pinball table, and then like maybe Monty Python like passed on it or something.
Right.
Right.
That's half a joke, but I mean it's a lot of fun. There you get a Dan Ford and Toasty. If you do a certain thing that I haven't figured out what I did, but I did it, and he
Nice.
said Toasty, and I was like, that's the line.
Yeah.
And then another game, I got Fatality, and I was like, fuck yeah. I did another thing. I don't know what I did, but it triggered a sound effect.
We're Williams Midway. We have the rights to these sounds.
Yes. So that's been a lot of fun.
Good. I get like, I try to enjoy video pinball, but I can't get into it because there's no physical haptic feedback.
I get
there,
it.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I like the physical touching the table and stuff.
I get it. I do. If this is not going to be the same thing for sure, but I can tell you that playing with like a mechanical keyboard helps a little bit.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, that's true. I can imagine.
Not a lot. You know, it's not the same thing. It doesn't feel like the same thing. You could probably rig something up, to be perfectly honest. You could probably like build a custom controller that has like some fucking that's like the width of a pinball table and has like some Sanwa. I don't know if they use Sanwa buttons or what, but has like the same buttons. I don't know how you could do the haptics, but
I bet there's something out there.
Someone out there probably like a hobbyist has probably done it. I don't know if that's a thing you can like, order, but that would be fucking cool.
Well, they have pinball machines at the Arcade Expo that are literally just video screens.
Yep.
There's no ball,
Yep.
but you still get the haptics.
Did you? So you tried it? I know they exist, but I haven't ever tried
it
one
still
before.
snaps when you push the button, and it still has the rumbles and stuff when you hit things and whatnot. So it's totally doable.
It feels right.
It feels close enough.
Close enough.
We've got at least like 3 vibrators duct taped on the inside of that thing. Stop playing with my remote.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out how to work that joke in. Other than that, I watched a Darren Aronofsky movie that just came out called Caught Stealing, which I liked but was surprised by it. There's a Celica in it, so that was cool. I like that. I love it when I'm watching a movie and I'll be like, there's a Celica. That's my fucking dad trait, apparently.
Yeah,
That's the one that I inherited, where it's like I'll point out cars in a movie that I've owned. Let me pause the movie, see what my son's up to. Hey, come in here. Hey, look, that's a Celica. You see, I owned one. Actually, I owned several of those. That's a Series 3. And then also my last thing is I'm in Steam debt currently. So if you don't donate on Patreon, patreon.com/tadpog, I've spent a fucking irresponsible amount of money on the autumn Steam sale.
Oh, fuck.
I'm fucking ashamed of myself. In my defense, I haven't I haven't participated in a Steam sale for like a very long time, but it's been a fucking rough week for me, and Daddy needed to spend an irresponsible amount of money on Steam games.
The only thing that tempers my Steam problem is the fact that I play AVNs, and if they are not Mac compatible, I won't buy them.
Yeah.
There's a lot out there that I want to buy, but I can't because they're not compatible with Mac.
Yeah.
So that helps, but not much. A lot of them are compatible with Mac.
I bought a lot of games, but one of them that I've played, the rest will just be like stored away forever. And I could be like, yes, I remember when I made a bad decision, is a game called Mega Bonk. It is essentially 3D Vampire Survivors. It is a lot of fun. It's very stupid. It's very stupid and like doesn't take itself seriously, which I think is a big selling point of it. There's lots of unlockable shit. I streamed it last night on Twitch. I didn't intend to play for 4 hours, but that's what happened because it's one of those one more round kind of games. And it's like, oh shit, I just unlocked something. And you unlock it, and then you're like, well, I want to see how that character plays that I just unlocked. So I'll just do one more, and then you unlock a weapon or something. And you're like, well, I mean, I want to see a new weapon, how that works. And it's just fucking like every time you unlock something. So, but it's $10. It's a high recommend for me.
Okay.
Nice.
That's it. Sorry I took up so much time. Bubba Drewski, what you up to?
I spent a decent amount of time home and in other places the last few weeks. We bought a fixer-upper, so we also ripped all the plumbing out of our house, but we did it intentionally because we bought a house that we knew that was a choice.
You knew what you were getting into.
We knew what we were getting into.
Right.
So I ripped out both bathrooms and I've rebuilt one of them. The other one is
impressive.
No,
I mean,
I said I rebuilt it, not I rebuilt it masterfully.
It looks okay. Like we bought the vanity in a tub shower surround. We've done this before. My wife and I have remodeled a full house before, so
that's impressive.
We have a little. We've done it once, so that's.
I feel like that's more experience than most people have.
I've done woodworking for a long time, so I'm pretty handy.
Cross glass. That's like a cross glass.
Sure,
right?
Yeah.
To put it in 3.5 DD terms, which I
So like I've built cabinets and stuff before, and we've remodeled and built kitchens out and stuff. So we're doing that, which it's fun for us. That's one of the ways we really connect.
Yeah.
And like we work together well. Fucking hiring subcontractors is a pain in the dick, and I know Tyler's dealing with that right now. So I feel
because he's not dead.
Because he's not dead.
Definitely,
Definitely
without question,
not dead.
alive.
So I totally feel his pain on that.
The pain of death or the pain of subcontract?
No.
The pain of dealing with fucking subcontractors. And then I went to L.A. for a conference.
L.A., everybody. L.A. in the audience?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Hollywood? Anyone?
No one.
All right. Well, fuck y'all too.
Got to get that sign fixed.
Yeah, no kidding. Which is cool because my aunt lives out there, and she works on a late night show, and so she was going to get me a ticket, but they were sold out. So she was like, "I got you security clearance to the green room." Well, the day before I was gonna, and she's like, "They have an open bar and stuff. You can go back there and drink and hang out with the crew and stuff." And I was like, "Great, that sounds
cool.
That's
fucking
even
awesome."
better, right?
Problem is that the day she got me into the show was the day that they pulled Jimmy Kimmel from the air,
That's what I'm gonna ask.
and that's who she works for.
Fuck.
So, like, it was a bummer, but I was like, just trying to like hang out with her and keep up, have a good time, and not bring that up because it's like, well, you're out of work now. He got put up back on the air, so
right.
she's
Yeah.
good.
But I'm sure that was a scary time.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
And so
It's a great story afterwards.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish that you could have gone.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would have been great.
But it's,
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
a kind
'cause,
of
like-
a better story to like
The
the
word-
day you're supposed to
Yeah,
go. It's
yeah.
what a historical event.
It's a
happens.
historical event.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I missed my chance to have beers with some celebrity. And I looked it up. It was supposed to be Bill Nye the night that I was supposed to go, and I was like, man,
The beer drinking guy.
yeah. And I was like, man, there's a chance. There's another world where I had a beer with Bill Nye. That would have been cool. But
Yeah, that would have been cool.
LA was cool. My aunt showed me around, and then we hung out. Then I went and saw my uncle in Palm Spring before I came back to Dallas and Paducah, which is the two places I spend all of my time now. And then I went to Des Moines for work, and
Sweet.
sure.
Des Moines.
Not Cedar Rapids. What?
And no, I fucking flew in at night, went to the thing in the morning, and flew out the same night. Like, came back here so I could get back to work. But so that's kind of it. And then
That's a lot.
yeah, well, that was like 3 weeks of stuff because I
Still.
haven't been here for a while.
Still,
so,
that's quite a bit.
yeah, and then just catching up on the new. Watch the new King of the Hill. That
I
was
gotta
cool.
get into that. I gotta watch that. It looks great.
I've heard
It's
good,
good.
things.
Yeah, it's good. And I've been I'm about halfway through the new Futurama
Okay.
season. So
Cool. How are you liking that?
it's pretty good. I mean, it's back to form.
Okay.
So it's not like they didn't do the King of the Hill thing where it's like
Real time, kind of like
they just went back to form, and it's what you expect from Futurama.
Okay.
And this is the first time I played the games because I like racing games. So
Hell yeah.
Good deal. Glad you did.
and I brought weird Oreos.
I was beginning
Yeah.
to wonder if you were going to share the Oreos.
Yeah, apple pie flavored Oreos that I found at the Kroger when I was doing my weekly shop. So y'all want an Oreo?
Yes. I would like an Oreo, potentially two.
So, what
I
are your
love the way
predictions
that
on this Oreo?
I think they're going to taste fine, except
It smells strong.
I don't like.
I mean, I just opened it right into my face.
I don't typically get into apple flavored stuff,
Dude, I gotta tell you, to me, it smells pretty fucking good.
But
Yeah.
I saw these on the shelf at the store as well. Probably the same Kroger.
I'm not a big fan of the newborn baby shit colored filling.
It looks like silly putty a little bit, doesn't it? Okay.
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Apple pie a la mode.
This is good, but I could definitely stay within the recommended serving size.
Yeah, not
That's
going to
fair.
overdo it on these.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
It's not like a regular Oreo where I feel like I look at the suggested serving size and it's like, really?
I could honestly say, though, this does taste like apple pie.
It does.
Like,
It
it's
does.
not just apple flavored. It
No.
tastes like apple pie.
And the cookie actually is nice because it's like, it's crusty. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
No, they
And
fucking.
if you look at the picture on the wrapper, it's even better while you're tasting it.
yeah, they kind of fucking nailed that.
Yeah,
It's
Pretty good
uncanny.
cookie.
Yeah.
It is a good cookie.
No.
Actually, probably be good like in some vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not getting a lot of a la mode.
I'm
It's
not either.
mostly just apple pie here.
You need to. They need to. It needs to be a DQ Blizzard with vanilla ice cream and those
Oh
mixed
my
in.
God.
That's what they need to do.
That would be really good.
would be
They've
good.
already got the Oreo Blizzard kind of on lock, right?
Hey,
So-
I had an Oreo and Reese's Blizzard. You know
They
how
mix them?
they've done the cookies now, where they've got the Oreos with the Reese's peanut butter in the middle.
No.
Oh yeah, you can buy them. And there's Reese's cups with Oreo icing on top as well. Like that looks gross, but the Oreo Reese's cookies are delicious. They have a Blizzard now for the month or whatever that is ground up Oreos and ground up Reese cups and the chocolate ice cream. It's good as shit.
That sounds good.
I love it.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have loved it, but I loved it a lot.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
In my belly. Get in my belly. We're right on track.
Great.
I need 5 minutes.
Okay.
Sure.
We're back. In pod form. Pog.
And Pog form.
Tadpog form.
We all got some big fat fucking asses.
Yeah, we do. Top Gear.
Top Gear 1
For the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
by Kimco, published by Kimco,
Yeah.
and developed by
Gremlin Graphics.
Gremlin, yeah.
yeah, the car manufacturer. Was Gremlin a model or was it like a
It was a model. AMC
Yeah,
made
an
the.
AMC
AM
Gremlin.
before they got into theaters?
Is AMC? Yeah. Is that who made the
Yeah, it's
Gremlin?
AMC.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they also were the inventors of the Jeep.
Oh.
But
I didn't know
and
that.
then it got
Okay.
Can I ask
sold
you guys
to Chrysler.
a legitimate question that I think you probably will both know the answer to?
Sure.
Can you tell me why this is not a bit. This feels like I have seen so many fucking used Jeeps for sale recently. Like I drove here last week and literally, this is not an exaggeration, saw 3 for sale, like on the way, and not at like lots. They're just parked out like in yards. It just seems like, and then today I saw 2 that are outside of that 3.
There are 4 tiers of Jeep ownership. And the reason that you're seeing there's 3 tiers of why you're seeing these Jeeps for sale. Most of the time it's because I bought a Jeep that I didn't need and I need to get rid of it, but I can't get rid of it by trading it in because I'll get way less than I want for it, because I think Jeeps are worth, this is the person, not me talking. I think Jeeps are worth a lot more than they actually are, when in reality, most Jeeps are pieces of garbage dog shit. Okay. Now,
I mean,
except now the Cherokees are okay. The Wranglers are okay. They're great if they have the right motor and stuff. So the old Jeeps, like 90s, 80s and 90s Jeeps, good fucking luck. They're really expensive, and they have motors in them that make it worth it. It's a straight 6-cylinder engine that was in the Jeep for the longest time as the standard default. This is the one you want. I had a buddy who lost all of his oil in his straight 6 Jeep engine, parked it on the side of the road, walked home, had dinner, walked back to the Jeep with his dad and a can of WD-40, sprayed the cylinders with WD-40 and drove it home.
what the fuck?
With no oil in it. And then they fixed the oil problem, and it was still on the road for years to come.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, a lot of your
That's fucking
classics, like
crazy.
going all the way back to like wartime Jeeps, your flat fenders are worth a lot of money. Like a lot of cars from that era are. Then like I think it's TJs.
CJs are worth the most.
Okay. And yeah, so
And there's an XJ, I think. I'm not an expert.
I'm not either on Chrysler products, but Chrysler around the time of like mid 90s, early 2000s became pretty well known for being pretty unreliable and crap, not built well.
Pre-Lee Iacocca. Lee Iacocca came in and turned Chrysler around and made it better. But
yeah, so that era, they're worthless. The Wranglers will eventually be worth something again because that's just how old cars go. They get old enough and they get worth something, but right now they're in their dead period.
But they're
That's
really
like how retro games work
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
they're really, really expensive right now. Like if you buy one, and a lot of times the people regret it. They're trying to sell it for more than then they've probably put $12,000 to $15,000 worth of crap on it, like lights and aftermarket wheels and little rubber duckies that they put in the dash themselves, even though they want you to think someone else gave them the ducks.
Yeah, that's a weird trend.
Ducking, I fucking hate it. It's still. I told Tanya that I need to get a bunch of little rubber penis and testicles made and put them on Jeeps with a bunch of ducks in the dash. And every time I do, they have to take one of their ducks away. Like it's the counter to the duck.
It's the fuck.
It's the fuck. I've thought this through way too much. Anyway, the second tier is, I bought this Jeep and I regret it because I don't like it.
Okay.
And the same deal.
Yeah.
They're trying to sell it because they know they could probably get more in the aftermarket than if they traded it in.
Okay.
And then the third tier is I'm trying to sell my Jeep so I can buy a different Jeep.
Yeah.
I've had this one for 6 months. Now I want another, but I can only afford one, so I'm going to sell this one so I can go buy the Gladiator this time.
You see, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
I've noticed
If you can read
the
this,
ducks were a tip off.
Yeah.
If you can read this, flip me over.
Right.
It's a Jeep thing, Dave. You wouldn't
I wouldn't understand. You're right, and that's correct.
I do get the culture, and I don't understand it.
Well, and I mean the short wheelbase Wranglers, the 2-door Wranglers, they're not road cars. They're
not.
Purpose built for off road originally.
They're literally trail rated,
Right.
I mean, and that's
they're not comfortable.
no,
at all.
they're not.
They're if you've got a rag top, they're loud as fuck on the highway. Like they make a lot of road noise. Off-road tires make a lot of road noise. So they're not comfortable. Now, I will say Jeep's higher end SUVs, like their fucking Wagoneer, that $100,000 monstrosity, it's fucking Cadillac luxury.
It is.
I've rented those things, and they're fucking nice.
the Grand Cherokees are pretty nice.
Yeah.
You know, they're pretty well appointed. They're mid-level, I'd say. Maybe a little better than mid-level. And then you've got Cherokee. Do they still make the base Cherokee, or is it
I
just
have
Grand
no
Cherokee?
idea. I don't know.
Anyway, those like three vehicles, the Wrangler, the Cherokee, or Grand Cherokee, and the Wagoneer are good, but then they've got like the Liberty and the Renegade and all these like crap vehicles that just
Those sound like Grand Theft Auto vehicles.
Yeah.
Those don't sound real.
I don't know their current lineup. I know the Wagoneer, the Cherokee, and the
Yeah.
Wrangler.
And if there's the Gladiator, which is the pickup truck version of
yeah.
the Wrangler,
Yeah.
which is essentially just a Wrangler that is a
with a
short bed pickup.
Well, and I understand why they brought that back, because the old Jeep trucks from the 60s and 70s, those were dope as fuck.
Fucking great vehicles.
But those were also not based on a Wrangler. Those were based on a Cherokee.
Right.
So, I don't know.
I don't want to yuck on anyone's yum. If you're a Jeep enthusiast, that's fine. But I
for
feel
sure.
like the Yeti Cup soccer mom culture surrounding Jeep right now is inappropriate, and they're treated more like status symbols than anything. They serve no fucking purpose to the people that buy them, and the people that buy them are the tier 2 people most of the time that said, I didn't realize how unbelievably uncomfortable this vehicle was going to be.
Right.
If you live somewhere out in the mountains or in the jungle or in the desert where there's terrain, accept no fucking substitutes.
Yeah.
But just driving around Paducah fucking Kentucky in a Jeep is not advisable.
Well, and I mean, I'm a classic car person. I drive a classic as my daily. It's not a good decision.
Right.
But
it's a choice.
I'm stubborn. And I like it. And I spend most of my time in a rental car, so I don't drive it that often. I don't need. There's no need to justify it. It's a dumb decision. So I get the idea of like, I like this thing and I want this thing. This is what I'm going to drive, because that's what I did. Even though, like sometimes your exhaust falls off and you have to rebuild your exhaust in the AutoZone parking lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I've had that happen too. Believe it or not,
it happens. But yeah. So it's Jeeps are mostly, aside from like the luxury SUVs, which is just a luxury SUV. So, go for it. Aside from that, it's just I like this thing, so that's what I want.
Yeah, and they're fine. I just think a lot of people have buyer's remorse when they realize that this was not designed for them.
I was also curious if maybe it was like a seasonal thing, because it's like maybe with like it becoming fall, more people are like, well, you know what? I bought this Jeep for the summer and it's time to get rid of it.
That's possibly part of it.
Maybe.
And, the irony being that the worst weather happens this time of year, and that's really when you need to be driving this Jeep. But they're not going to do that because it'll get dirty or it might get scuffed up or something. Now, then you've got the guys who literally go out and splash mud on the side of their Jeeps to make it look like they've been mudding. And it's like, bro, it hasn't rained in fucking 6 months. There's no mud. You made that mud, didn't you? But anyway, I hope we've addressed your Jeep concern.
You have
this evening,
and it ties in with Top Gear,
yes,
particularly the television show.
Yeah.
I felt like I was the fourth person on the Top Gear. The guy who doesn't know shit.
Yeah.
It's
a great show. It's been a while since I've watched it, but I do remember watching it regularly. Especially when it was on BBC America.
Yeah.
It was Top Gear, it was Doctor Who, and who's the talk show that's on BBC? Graham Norton.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with those 3 shows. Just went through a phase where all I was watching was British television. And it's really depressing.
Yeah, I mean, I like Top Gear was something that I discovered in college because we had all the channels, and I'm a car guy. I grew up. My dad's a classic car guy, so I grew up working on cars, and so when they moved it over to Prime, I was like, I'm watching every episode now. So I've seen pretty much all of it. It's a great fucking show. Those dudes are really for the time they were making that show. That was pretty good humor if you were a car guy.
Sure.
It truly, they were really good. And
Yeah.
they were funny, and they had good chemistry with one another.
Yeah.
And
Their personalities were different enough that they would fight off each other. Like they would do these long road trips and they would fuck with each other the whole time. So like one of the ones that comes to mind is they wired one of the other host's cars. They wired his horn to his brake pedal. So every time he pressed the brake pedal, it honked. Yeah. Which is great. That's a great prank.
they had a running gag where they hated caravans. pull behind caravans.
Yeah.
And they would always find ways to destroy them.
Yeah.
Like at one point they had a catapult, and they like had some car they fucking hated.
Well,
and then they launched the catapult into a caravan, right? Like so that it would land on top of the caravan.
Yeah, something like
it.
that. They dropped a caravan on a Toyota Hilux to prove it was indestructible.
Yeah.
The whole proving a Toyota Hilux is indestructible thing was a really funny ongoing thing that they did. Like they shoved it in the ocean and shit, dropped it off a building, and then got it to start again and drive.
Yeah.
It was
Sprayed
pretty
it with WD-40 and drove it home.
Yeah, it was a pretty good running thing.
They my favorite thing about Top Gear was the celebrity.
Oh,
They would
yeah.
always bring on a celebrity, and the celebrity would have to drive a
Reasonably priced car.
Reasonably priced car that was almost always a stick shift, whether or not they knew how to drive stick.
Yeah.
They'd have to take it around the track.
Yeah.
And see how good their times were. And it was really fun to watch like fucking Lindsay Lohan drive a fucking Toyota Corolla around the track and do pretty fucking good.
Really?
Yeah.
And then you'd see some guy who you would think would know a little something about something who couldn't drive for shit, you know. It was really fun when they would bring the celebrities on and have them do the
And they got
track.
some big names with that. They got Rowan Atkinson, Mr. Bean.
Nice.
Yep.
They got like Simon Cowell. I think they got like Gordon Ramsay on there at one point.
Yeah.
I don't remember. They had some pretty big names. They had a bunch of British celebrities that nobody's ever heard of.
Those that happened a lot, but they did also bring in some like American celebrities, like I think Lindsay Lohan was on there once.
Yeah, I think they had. I can't remember who all they had, but I think they had like Tom Cruise one time.
Yeah,
something like that.
and he did fucking amazing.
Sure,
of course.
because
he's fucking amazing at driving things and being in stunts and things.
Yeah, it's either him or one of the other American mega celebrities.
Yeah.
But
that was always my favorite bit. I loved that part the most. I always wanted to do it. You know, I used to race, and I used to do either did drag racing for a long time, and then moved into a little bit of light autocross. And I always wanted to be able to do that track and see if I could do any good. But they would have, like they would be talking to the. Yeah, exactly. They would be having like the celeb, and they would comment. The celebrity would be in the car by themselves.
Yeah.
And they would comment on it while they were driving. And like, somebody would do it right and have both hands on the wheel, shift both hands back on the wheel, and they'd comment on, okay, see, now she knows what she's doing. She knows how to get her hands back on the wheel instead of just trying to drive with one hand, because it's technically you got to, especially if you're on the track, you need both hands to really do it right. But shit like that was just a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. It was a really good bit, and it's a classic show. If you have, even if you don't like cars, or if you don't, I won't say if you don't like them, but if you don't have as much of an interest in them, it's still an entertaining show to watch.
I'm not a car guy. I checked it out. And Henry's kind of like, he's interested in cars. So I was like, hey, there's a show. It's kind of old.
Yeah.
Especially for you. But hey, I mean, you might like it. And we checked it out. And yeah, I mean, I watched 2 episodes. He watched an episode.
Did you have a celebrity driving on the track?
No, I didn't have a celebrity driving on the track. It was like Plex had like a live channel. So it was really weird to like do that. It was fucking like time travel because it was like I was just like dropped in the middle of an episode where they're like demolishing a building like with a tank. And I was like, this is not what I thought this show was about. This is like I like got Mythbuster vibes from it. And I was like, I thought this was like about cars and shit. And then, after that they had some segments where they were taking different cars out on the track.
Right. And they'll drive like supercars, shit that you just can't get access to.
Like they would do that. They would also legitimately review new cars.
Yeah.
Like
they were reviewing a
interesting
Lamborghini.
cars.
I can't remember what the model of it was, but it was a legitimate review. I mean, they were like being funny, but it was really, it just kind of felt like they were just talking about it.
Well, and you'd see them review cars that were attainable too.
Oh, really?
Like
Okay.
when the new Miata would drop.
Yeah.
Mazda Miata, it's just a 2-door convertible.
Yeah.
For everyday people.
Right.
It was a
Also,
reasonably
the
priced
funnest car
so-
I ever owned.
Oh yeah,
Loved my Miata.
They're-
God, it was fun.
yeah. They're pretty neat.
Yeah.
I
I put a roll cage in it, and
I never got to drive the old ones.
I upgraded the suspension. I had a 91
I got
with the pop-up headlights.
when I was in LA. I rented the new one.
Oh, shit.
It was fun.
Got the built-in hardtop.
It's the built-in hardtop.
Man. Jealous.
The only issue is that if you ever rent a sports car, people beat the fuck out of them.
Oh, yeah. They
So
drive
there's-
them like they rented them.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
there's like fucking check engine lights and shit on. The cruise control didn't fucking work. It was like the parking
they're not
brake
keeping
didn't
it-
work. It's
They're
like
not keeping it sport tuned,
no,
right?
no.
Yeah.
But it was still fun to drive. A little
Yeah.
convertible around LA and shit.
John will tell you the only time he's ever been scared in a car with me was in my Miata, because I was driving with it and I had tuned the suspension, like I had custom shocks and struts, and I had the roll cage that stiffened up the frame, and also if I flipped it, I wouldn't get squished by the car.
Right.
And all the shit done to it, it was a sleeper, but it was mainly for like autocross and stuff. And I drove it through town like this thing is like you're driving a go-kart. It's like it's on rails, and
Yeah.
the way that the car's balanced, it's perfect, right? And so I came up to a curve, and I did not slow down. I was going pretty fast, and I did not slow down. And this is a very sharp curve. And I think John peed a little. He'll tell you he was legitimately worried that we were in it, but it didn't. Rubber never left the road. I mean, it was just like pew right around the corner. It was a fun fucking car.
It sounds like a
It
fun
was
fucking car.
Fun fucking
What happened to
car.
the car?
I fucked up and sold it.
Oh, bought a Jeep.
I didn't buy the Jeep. That wasn't the time I bought a Jeep.
Did you really buy?
I've had two Grand Cherokees.
Shit. I was just fucking around.
I got them for a song, and I gave one to Gage, and I drove one. It was my Jeep Grand Cherokee was a V8.
Oh, nice.
And it didn't have an exhaust, so it was an open pipe, no muffler. It had exhaust, but no muffler.
Okay.
It had side exit exhausts, and so that fucking thing was, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. That one I loved, but it was old. It was like a 90-something Jeep.
Mm-hmm.
But the Miata I got rid of because it wasn't very practical in the winter. And I couldn't afford to buy a car that was practical in the winter without getting rid of this.
Right.
I had a guy who really wanted the Miata, and he gave me way too much money for it, so I took the deal. But
Yeah.
I've regretted it ever since, because that was a fun fucking car.
Well, man, 2-seaters they're tough. 'Cause it's like, my pickup's a single cab, and it's like, well, we don't have any kids in the house. My stepdaughter's out now.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Right.
But like, especially if you have a family, a 2-seater is just not gonna work.
Yeah. And I mean, we had her car for that, but when I speak of practicality, I speak of a car that weighs,
Like 1,500
pounds with rear wheel drive.
Yeah.
If it snows even a little bit, you're
Yeah.
just doing
You're
donuts
just
before you
skating.
get out. You can't.
Yeah.
It's just impossible.
Yeah.
The extreme handling of the Mazda Miata disappears in bad weather. You
Yeah.
got to have hot tires and hot pavement for
Yeah.
that thing to really shine. And it does not do well in the rain. So
And we get a fuck ton of rain.
yeah, and you want to talk about fucking a loud ass car, a soft top convertible
Yeah.
in the rain.
Yeah.
If I could, I would have liked to have done was buy a Toyota Corolla and put the Miata under a tarp until
For
the
sure.
weather got nice and have it. I would still have it today if I could. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was the best car the most fun I ever had with a car.
Yeah, they're perfect fair weather cars.
Yep, really are. Tanya loved it. We put the top down, go cruising through the city, and she loved it. It was the only car she ever told me she regretted me getting rid of. And I've been chasing that dragon ever since. That's why I bought a Chevy Cruze for $1,000.
Oh, yeah. That's less than an iPhone that you ship.
Yeah, it really is. Now that you mention it, it truly is.
Oh, man. The game Top Gear, unfortunately, has nothing to do with the show.
Right.
No.
It's just named the same.
Yeah.
So there's that. I just want to get that out of the way because I'm sure someone listened for like 20 minutes. And like, these motherfuckers don't even know that the game's not based on the show.
Nobody would do that. I can't think of one person that would do that.
You're right. Of course.
Point out our shortcomings. That's silly.
My biggest thing about the show, I know I set us up for the transition.
No, you're good.
You're good.
But Nikki and I watched an episode and I was like, all right, I don't know if it's possible to be like racist against British people.
I kind of don't think, not for us.
But that dude Hammond looks like he's fucking David Tennant.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
He does. He looks a
And
lot
he,
like David
even had
Tennant.
his fucking hair like in the same like Doctor Who style, and I
Yeah.
was like, he had to have done that on purpose. Or his stylist was like, "We're gonna make you look like David Tennant."
Yeah. The first time I saw Top Gear before I ever saw Doctor Who. So the first time I
Oh,
saw David
yeah,
Tennant,
the
I
reverse.
was like,
He looks like Richard
I was
Hammond.
like, man, that dude, what is that? No, that's, huh? And then I figured it out. But
What I'm saying is, all British people look alike, which makes sense. It's an island.
they're all inbred.
I could say that because I live in Kentucky.
Top Racer is the name of the game in Japan.
Top Racer.
We're talking about the Top Gear 1 from 1992, not Top Gear 3000 yet. It's a split screen all the time.
Yes.
Which
Yeah.
was weird, I thought.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, but oddly not that bad considering that Top Gear 3000 isn't that way if you're playing single player.
Right.
So
Right.
in Top Gear, even if you're playing single player against the computer, it's always top bottom. You're always the top
You're the
screen or
top.
bottom, whatever.
And then there's a racer
Yeah.
at the bottom.
An AI, whatever. And then, but in Top Gear 3000, it's just you.
Yes.
And it's almost like there's too much on the screen and they don't have it at the right angle.
Because it's like you're at the bottom of a split screen.
Right.
Yeah.
But they just were like, it felt like they were in the middle of developing it. And they
Yes.
were like, you know what? Let's not make this one split screen. And they're like, you're right. What should we do? Add a fucking shitload of sky at the top.
Yeah, the proportion was a little off.
It's weird. I got
Yeah.
used to it.
Yeah.
But
Right.
like it's jarring at first.
Coming off
at
of
first.
Top Gear,
Yeah.
Right.
it changed. It's tough to get
Yes.
used to.
And maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was more like easier to program that way, where like because there is still 2-player mode,
Right.
And that's split screen, so it might have been a situation where it's like it's more economical.
in 2-player
to-
mode, you just chop the
chop
half
the-
of the screen. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. You sure? Yeah, I could see that. I know nothing about programming video games, but that makes
I don't
sense.
either, but I played a shitload of.
I have an email
Oh,
Nice.
about both games from Zine Lord,
Lord.
Brad from Arizona, who writes, Hello. I sure hope you guys didn't do another early Sunday morning recording session, because if so, I'm too late. My daughter's 15th birthday is tomorrow, and we had her party yesterday, so I've been busy. You're not too late, Brad.
And happy
birthday.
quinceañera.
Happy
Yeah.
quinceañera.
Zine lady, Zine S.
Señorita.
Ooh.
There you go.
That's nice.
You're slowly pulling.
Damn.
You're slowly pulling into the lead of contender for permahost.
That's that kitchen Spanish coming out.
Yeah. Top Gear 3 works in 4-player mode with the Hudson Super Multi-Tap. Want to do a price guess on the Super Multi-Tap? I'll put the price charting info and a PS at the bottom of this email. How much do we think a Hudson Super Multi-Tap costs?
This is in what year? The 90s?
I would assume so. I mean, I think it's maybe now because he's using price charting. So what it would cost today?
But it wasn't earlier. It wasn't early peripheral. If that,
yeah,
I mean, I have no idea.
I hope it's high because I own one,
I don't follow the market for these things. So
but I don't remember what I I don't remember what I paid for
$50.
it. I felt like it wasn't that high, honestly, but based on this email, it's making me think that maybe it is.
So in March of 1995, it was $69.99.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay.
But today, well,
Nice.
it says in $69.99 in March 1995 is $148.79 today.
Okay.
Normally, only 20 and 24 meg games cost that much, so this is absolute highway robbery by Kimco in the standards of time.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, that is pretty fucking pricey for a peripheral. But I mean, look, it's kind of like, what else are you going to do if you want to play a handful of games with 3 other people?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to have to switch to my computer here in a minute because for whatever reason my iPad is not picking up the second article for Top Gear 3000. But for now, this is first by Top Gear by Fanatic Fan. Top Gear by Kimco offers the incredible speed of an F-Zero and some of the best split-screen auto racing action ever to hit a home system. The object of Top Gear is to drive on 32 tracks in 8 different countries. Place within the top 5 and you'll get a password to move on to the next country. Whether you play Top Gear solo or with a friend, you always see a split-screen top and bottom view from behind the car. Either player 2 or the computer controls the car on the bottom half of the screen. There are 3 difficulty levels to choose from: amateur, professional, and championship. Increasing the difficulty makes the computer drivers more aggressive. The 4 cars you can choose from, the Cannibal, the Sidewinder, the Razor, and the Weasel, also Jeep variations, are rated for maximum speed, acceleration, and speed from 0 to 60 miles per hour, tire grip, and fuel consumption. The Cannibal has the highest maximum speed of 147 miles per hour. That's nothing. Top Gear 3000 says, hold my beer.
No shit.
The Sidewinder has the best handling and lowest fuel consumption. The Weasel is a tough competitor with vicious cornering ability and a speedy 0 to 60 time of 4.3 seconds. The Razor is loose around the corners and has a lower top speed and acceleration. If you can win with the Razor, you're truly the king of Top Gear. All cars are equipped with 3 nitros per race. There's also a refueling pit on most tracks, lucky for the gas-guzzling Cannibal. The checkered flag. The Top Gear is one of the hottest racing games ever. The pace never slows, and the tracks dish out enough variety to hold even the most diehard Speed King's interest. The computer opponents provide a solid challenge. The game even has some super cool background music. The music was good.
The music was good. Yeah.
Gamesters, start your engines. Top Gear by Kimco, available May 1992 for the low price of $54.95. Graphics. So this is at this point in the magazine's history, they now assume you know what every one of those little faces means in a number. And Brad writes, he tells us what the scores are because they don't put the numbers
Which is hilarious because that's very early on. I feel like they
maybe they added
the fact
numbers
when
after
people
the
were
fact.
writing
Okay.
in, they're like, "What the fuck? What the fuck does red explodey face mean?"
Yeah. Well, it means 5.0. And this one got a lot of them.
No shit.
Yeah, everything was 4 for graphics and fun factor, and a 5 in sound, gameplay, and challenge. Because in 1992, GamePro made you memorize the key of what face corresponded to what score instead of just listing the number below the face.
In GamePro's defense, that is a very TADPOG thing to do.
Truly.
Where it's like, look, you're reading this, you're going to read it on our fucking terms.
Yeah. This one got a high score, real high score. So moving on to Top Gear 3000.
Okay.
And this one was written by Captain Squidio. And I got it all finally downloaded.
Nice.
Top Gear returns to shred more SNES asphalt. Although the racing action is familiar, this game includes a terrific 4-player option. You've probably raced games like this before. Top Gear 3000 seems like the 3000th game with behind-the-car racing on forward-scrolling highways. The usual options are here. Win races, and you win car improvements and everything from engine to tires. As you progress deeper into the game, you acquire special abilities like weapons, but Top Gear is mainly a racing game, not a road rasher, so the weapons aren't integral to the action. The best option is head-to-head simultaneous racing, where the screen divides into 4 square boxes for good 4-player fun. The graphics are above average. The 47 tracks take you to various spacey locales throughout the galaxy, though many of them look suspiciously Earth-like.
Yes.
Which is absolutely the truth.
Yes.
Yeah.
It also makes sense,
Yeah.
though. I mean, you're not going to have a
it's
race
like-
on a gas giant.
Right. Or on Venus, where, the entire atmosphere is just methane.
Right.
The 4-player boxes make multiplayer racing easier than it is in Street Racer, which gives its 4 drivers thin, layered strips of track. The sounds are pretty ordinary. Rumbling engines and mild tire screeches rev up the action, but there are no voices or dynamic tunes to keep your ears excited. Adjustable difficulty and smoothly handling cars that are easy to win with make this kart a good choice for drivers who don't yet have their license. Top Gear 3000 isn't at the top of the winners list, but it's running fine. $69.99, 8 megs, available now.
Nice.
It's available now, Drew. You can go pick you one up.
Hell yeah.
I
Driving
did,
4.
so I could play it.
Of
Obviously.
Yes,
course.
of course. Another one. I mean,
Same.
backup copy. 3.5 graphics, 3.0 sound, 4.0 control, 4.0 fun factor, challenge, adjustable. So they didn't really give this one a lot of points, and I kind of agree.
I feel like the reason that they didn't is because that Top Gear 3000 came out in 1995. I honestly feel like I had more fun driving in Top Gear 1.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if there was a automatic option, but I don't
Right.
think there was. And it was fun to use LNR to fucking like shift.
Right.
I mean that was fun, and it really, I feel like in a lot of Super Nintendo racers that I've played, shifting doesn't really feel like it's that important. But
Sure.
but in Top Gear it did.
It
Right,
made a
'cause you could-
huge
It
difference.
made a huge
Yeah.
difference, enormous.
Yeah.
So I liked the driving better in Top Gear, but what I didn't like was that what I liked about Top Gear 3000 more was the upgrades, because you got to upgrade the car like as you went.
Right.
You could have better tires or better
Right.
acceleration or whatever. Yeah,
Which is why I feel
that.
like Top Gear 2, which we covered a very long time ago, is the best game in this trilogy,
Right.
because it
Yeah.
kind of married, from what I remember, because I did not revisit Top Gear 2 like I should have.
So I played 1. I thought, okay, this is tough, but it's learnable. Like any good racing game. I like racing games. I was really, when I stopped PlayStation generations at 3, but I played Gran Turismo. Fucking loved it. That was,
Sure.
I like race sims. It's too expensive of a hobby to go full bore with like the wheel and fucking pedals.
That's
and
what my
shit.
son wants to do. And my thing is, let's start small.
Yeah.
Let's start with the Logitech steering wheel. say
For
it like
sure.
that.
And so I liked Top Gear 1. It was challenging. I could not. I didn't realize you could change cars. So
I didn't either.
I missed that
Yeah.
entirely. But I liked it. It was challenging. Top Gear 3000 felt it was way easier.
It was
way
way
easier.
easier. I agree with that. It got harder for me, but it took I played Top Gear 3000 for a while.
Yeah, same.
And I got maybe 6 systems in or
Yeah.
whatever. And that's when it started. That's when I started getting second place instead of
Right.
first
Yeah.
place.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah, that's when I started upgrading. Because I was like, I'm just gonna hold out for the best of
Oh,
everything,
really?
and then I started not winning I don't know 8 or so races in, and I was like, all right, upgrade my engine, upgrade my tires, let's
Yeah,
Man.
it puts you in a position where you really need to upgrade
It
to stay
does.
in the game.
And
It
dude,
does.
it's crazy because it's I play racing. I like racing games as well. I don't play them often, but
Sure.
usually when I'm playing one, I'm like, fuck yeah. This is I'm having a good time.
right.
What's crazy to me is when I play RPGs, which is another genre that I like, I fucking hoard fucking everything.
Right.
But when I play a racing game, it's as soon as I can buy a fucking upgrade, I'm like, fuck it, I'm buying it. And I apply it.
So I did go back and play. I also played Top Gear 2. 'cause
Okay, good.
I wasn't here for that, but I didn't hoard my money in that one. I did upgrade incrementally there, and it makes a difference. It's noticeable. Like if you upgrade your tires, and Top Gear 2, you have wet tires and dry tires, which I thought was really nice. Because before you put your tires, like before you go to the upgrade screen, it tells you the weather of the map in Top Gear 2, and so that was cool, and it did make a difference. Like your tires will screech less going around corners if you upgrade your tires in these games.
Yes.
So it was cool. Like it was nice to notice the difference. Your acceleration would
Yes.
get better if you upgraded your engine or your nitro. So like me not like I had a Genesis back in the day. My brother had a Super Nintendo, but I never touched this game, and I'm not really a retro gamer today. So for this to be fun when I'm used to like when I do play video games, which isn't crazy often, it's like when the new Zelda comes out or the new Mario Kart or something like that. So it's like
something big.
Yeah, generally speaking. So I don't play tons of games, but this was a lot of fun. And I liked all three of these games, but I would agree. Top Gear 2, they also, in Top Gear 2, if you ran into somebody or you passed somebody, it would throw a little comment bubble out there with like, see you later. Like, or get out of the way. So I was like, oh, that's a really nice personality touch.
Can you remind me what the shifting situation was in Top Gear 2?
For me, I don't know if you could change it. For me, it defaulted to automatic.
It did.
Yeah,
okay.
but that might be a setting.
I hope that it is, because
I didn't play with it too much. I only played it like 20, 30 minutes.
Because I can't like this is fucking crazy for me to say something like this, but I really like the shifting in Top Gear 1 was my favorite part of the game.
Oh, okay.
I mean, because I really honestly felt like it made a huge difference.
Yeah,
you
feel more engaged. You feel more like you're doing something, which is the reason I like driving stick in real life.
Yeah.
It feels like you're operating a machine, and this takes coordination, and it's fun, and
it is fun.
Keeps you entertained in the driving.
I do like driving a manual, but unfortunately I like eating sandwiches in my car more. It beats it by like, I mean, I was gonna say a thin margin, but that's a fucking lie. It beats it by a lot. I'd rather eat some like chicken nuggets in my car than like operate it. But it is fun. So, and it's a lot more fun, I think, in video games.
Well, it says here that this game, I think, is the only game that had the DSP4, the chip that allowed you to have 4 players. It says this is probably wrong. Chat,
I don't know.
Lies, but it says the only DSP4 game.
DSP4. So I don't know that much about the actual like architecture of like the cartridges in the console, but so I don't know exactly what that chip does. But I know that there are other 4-player games on the Super Nintendo.
The DSP series of coprocessors, DSP-1, was used in many games for computational support to assist with 3D. DSP-2, 3, and 4 were used in a single game each. This family of chips shares a similar interface, but they differ in command functions. The SNES CPU would write computation commands to the DSP's memory mapper registers and then read back the computed result. DSP is an acronym for Digital Signal Processor, but the name seems poorly chosen. It does not operate on a continuous signal. Let's see. So a lot of the ones that have, there's listing like which ones had the DSP-1 chip. Battle Racers, Super Air Diver, Suzuka 8 Hours, a lot of Chinese games. Super Mario Kart had the DSP-1/1B. Balls 3D had the DSP-1B.
Hell yeah, open wide for Chunky.
Dungeon Master was the only game to get the DSP-2 chip. SD Gundam GX was the only game to get DSP-3. And Top Gear 3000 was the only game to get the DSP-4.
That's
so it's
odd.
not just a 4-player thing. It's just type of chip.
And it might have been used to like
give it the ability
to display 4 different. Yeah.
Interesting.
I didn't ever get to the weapons in Top Gear 3000, which I felt like was weird because I was like, I mean, there are a lot of systems in Top Gear 3000, but I mean, I felt like I got to like maybe 40% of the game. And it was like, maybe it's less than that, but it's kind of in that range, maybe 33% or whatever. And I didn't get any weapons. I mean, I got like a nitro boost, and I got like a jump ability.
I got to jump as well.
And then I got one that allowed me to like hook my vehicle to the vehicle in front of it for
nice.
like a speed boost. But
there was a teleport one, like a switch places. I watched the long play as well today. I let it run. It's a long play. It was like 3 hours.
Yeah, I believe it.
But I zipped forward, and at one point the guy was like getting a targeting reticle that would show on the guy that was in front of him, and he would hit the button and switch places with him.
That's some fucking Mario Kart shit.
And he won he won the race by doing that once. Like he was this far from not being in first place, and then he swapped with the guy and crossed the finish line. It was pretty cool.
The game's pretty brutal too, in that like I didn't qualify in one race, and it was like, guess what? Game over. I was like, what? It's one race.
Yeah,
it was tough.
There are also teleports on some of the tracks.
Yeah.
So you'll hit like this orange fuzzy thing, and it'll zoom you to this green fuzzy thing and pop you out.
Yeah,
It's pretty neat.
I didn't play a whole lot because honestly, I do like a racing game, but I found myself getting bored a little bit.
Totally, I get that.
It's not. I don't know why. I dig racing games, but older games like that, this gave me real like Cruising USA vibes, you know?
Yeah, this is an arcade racer for sure.
Yeah.
And for sure it is.
I would play those games for a little bit, but like long extended sessions, I get it out of my system pretty quick, and then I'm ready to be done.
That tracks.
But that doesn't say anything bad about either game. I thought both were fine. I thought, I liked the first one better. I did not play Top Gear 2, but I liked Top Gear better than 3000, but I didn't hate 3000. It was just a little different.
Yeah, I liked Top Gear 1 better than 3000 as well, but 3000 kept me playing longer because of the progression.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If it didn't have that, I wouldn't have played it nearly as long as I did. And it was a situation where it's like, as soon as I lost, and as soon as I didn't qualify, and it was like game over, it's like, okay, I'm done,
I was pretty much in that boat as well. I liked the upgrade system. It's very basic.
It's basic.
Engine, gearbox, whatever.
Which is good for me, I mean, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, I mean, because I like the more complicated sims too. Like, like I said, I really liked the Gran Turismo series. I'm just not willing to buy a PS5 for one game.
Just for that, yeah.
Which is that's all I would play on it.
Sure.
Well, man, maybe Spider-Man. But
Spider-Man's good.
But like with those games, at least with with Gran Turismo A-Spec on the PS3, like you can go in and tune the gear ratio of each gear in your transmission. It's that finite.
You could
it's that detailed.
You could like change the caster and camber of your suspension and shit. It was insane. Like stuff I would never touch because I didn't fully understand if I was making things better or worse.
Yeah. Well, in that regard, it's at some point, is it crazy to say that it's educational? Like, I mean, can you learn some shit?
Kind of. I mean, you can tune your car to the track. You're not adjusting the gear ratios in your own transmission. That's a transmission rebuild, and you have to have customized parts for that. Like that's like F1 shit. But yeah, like the tire stuff, caster camber, that's totally real life applicable. The spring and damper rates,
and it can teach you about those things. It's just not realistic to think that you could change the gear ratio on your car in a race.
Yeah.
But it could teach you what. In a way, I do believe it would be educational. I think you could learn a lot from it, especially now if you were playing something like Gran Turismo, and you could get on the internet and do research to see what's what, and then you pick up tips and because the shit is really applicable to real life.
Yes,
your only limitation is money in real life.
Well,
and it's also in game your limitation, but you get you can just
It's
get
easier
it. You
in
can
a
earn
game,
it.
right.
You know?
Internet was still pretty early, but I had access to it when I was playing Gran Turismo on the PS3, and you get on the forums and people found ways to break the tunes so you could go like 1,000 miles an hour. And so if you're just wanting to dick around one day, you just do something like that and your car is just like a fucking rocket ship. That was fun too.
Well, for very little effort, you could go at least 400 miles an hour in Top Gear 3000 if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
Made the car a little bit hard to steer.
Yeah, man, when you
do
got
that.
going that fast,
It's
it was hard to
insane.
follow that track.
But the game kept up. It never dropped frames. It didn't have
No, there's no
issues
slowdown or anything
slowdown
that
or
I
anything
encountered.
like that. Even when there were other cars on the screen,
Yeah.
it gave a real sense of speed. And I think it was pretty close to being as good as you can get on the Super Nintendo.
Sure.
You know, as far as a quote unquote realistic racing game, you know, that's the way to go. I think it was fun. But again, for me, I was like, yep, this is pretty cool. I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did a couple races, you know, got what I needed and then read about it, you know.
Yeah.
What am I missing? That kind of thing. But yeah, good games. Decent. Do we have any achievements for Top Gear or Top Gear 3000?
I have a few that are pretty half-baked, to be perfectly honest. I've got Next Sunday AD. In order to unlock Next Sunday AD, in Top Gear 3000, you can enter a player name. I was typically just player 1 because I was too lazy to change
Right.
it. But to unlock Next Sunday AD, you change your name to either Mike or Joel. The hosts of Mystery Science
Yeah,
Theater 2000. And my last achievement is Kiefer Sutherland ain't got shit on me. In order to unlock Kiefer Sutherland ain't got shit on me, destroy your car in Top Gear 3000. I don't know if you guys has happened to you or not. This is what I did not qualify. I hit too much shit. And that's with upgraded armor. I fucked something up real bad.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, God damn it. What I expected is you take enough damage and boom, your car blows up. You know, like
Right.
that's not what happens. What happens is, in my situation, and this might be the way it's tuned, I don't know, my car would go 24 fucking miles per hour. And it's like, that is so much worse than your car blowing up.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I was like, oh my God, like there are like repair strips. And I'm like, if I could make it to a repair strip, I'm still going to lose this race.
Yeah,
And I'm just
absolutely.
waiting for like the 8 people to fucking like cross the finish line. So yeah, the key being 24 and that. That's all I got.
I love it.
Do you guys have any achievements?
I have some.
Go for it.
Do you have any?
I've got just one.
Do it.
It's some say he actually invented the Super Nintendo. It's the Stig, and that's win every race.
Nice. Nice. The Stig. I forgot about the Stig.
Yeah. The Top
Damn.
Gear racing driver.
Yes. Okay, I have a few. My first one is I can't drive 155. And to get that, don't go below 155 miles an hour and
Nice.
win a race. My next achievement is Cruisin' World. And to get Cruisin' World, you race on every track in Top Gear.
Okay.
Nice.
My next achievement is Roads. Where we're going, we don't need... Wait, we actually do need roads where we're going. Pit stops. Where we're going, we don't need pit stops. And to get that, hit every recharge and repair strip on every track in TG 3000.
Nice.
And finally, my last achievement is Space Ghost Coast to Coast. And to get that, beat Top Gear 3000 and get to the mothership where the mysterious entity that created this galaxy-wide race appears before you, and it's basically Space Ghost.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Hell
I saw
yeah.
that on the long play that I watched. The whole story behind it is there's this race that's spans the galaxy, and you take
Yeah.
your car and drive it on all these planets
The
and try to
intro is
win.
hilarious.
It's stupid.
It's hilarious.
Yeah,
And you're like,
it's so bad.
you want to know what time the race happens? Look out the window. You'll see the star. And it's like, oh my God, let's just fucking start the game.
And they're like, no one has ever seen the entity that created this race.
Yeah.
And blah blah blah. And the guy at the end, you like, when you're done with a track, when you're done with a race, you get in your little ship and you take way too long to fly off.
I was so glad that I figured out you could skip that. The first time I watched it, because I'm like, yeah, I'm into this immersiveness. And then like the second time I was like, this is the same fucking animation. BBA.
So after you win if you've qualified and you've made it in the top 5 or whatever for the whole game, and you finally beat the 47th track, and you take off, and then your spaceship is picked up by a gigantic mothership, and it says you are the superior, blah blah blah, and it cuts to this like shot of this thing that basically looks like Space Ghost from the middle up.
That's awesome.
And then it just cuts away, and that's the credits. It rolls the credits. It's the dumbest thing. It's like, just don't put
Is he
it in
switching
there.
his fucking like
No, you can't. It's like a silhouette. You can't even see his arms or whatever. It's just weird. I don't know. It was like super anticlimactic ending.
They need Space Ghost in a bikini for the good ending.
Yeah. That's all I got.
Awesome. How much? What order are we going to do this? How much do you think this game is? Let's start with Top Gear. If you were to buy it, how much do you think you'd pay for it?
Popular game. Well received.
Yeah.
No.
I'd say today maybe. I bet it was pretty common. I bet it's pretty common. $13.
$13.
That's my guess.
What do you think, Bubba Drewski?
I'll say 8.
$8.
Sure.
I can play. Grim sent me the prices, spoiler tagged.
Thank you, Grim.
Thank you, Grim.
Thank you, Graham.
I am gonna go higher than that. This is fucking crazy. I'm gonna say, God, I don't know if it's $40, but I'm feeling that. I'm feeling like it's somewhere in the 30 to 40. So I'll cut it down a little bit, and I'll say $35.
Okay.
Actual retail value of Top Gear for the Super Nintendo, used on average, according to PriceCharting.com, at the time of this recording, is $10.48.
Okay.
We were both kind of on
split the
either
difference
side of
between
that.
us,
Yeah, y'all did good. I overshot, which hasn't happened in a long time.
Don't have the kind of pressure.
Yeah. The doctor's like, stop asking me about that.
I can't bring the ropes back. I'm sorry.
But they call you Dr. Ropes. I came here for a reason.
I came here for the ropes, damn it.
Whatever it takes.
I'll eat the pineapples. Do the Kegels.
You know, I eat the pineapple, but I still don't like the taste of cum. I hear it's better. All right, Top Gear 3000. If you were to buy Top Gear 3000, how much do you think you'd pay for it?
Less. $10.
$10?
Yeah.
What do you think, Bubba Drewski?
I mean, this is a later game, right? You said 95.
95, yeah.
So this is a later game, so maybe there's less in print.
That would be my guess.
Probably, actually, now that you mention it, probably true.
This is all based on listening to y'all's discussions, because I don't follow this market
Well, you see
at
how
all.
well I did on Top Gear 1. So
He
maybe don't
collects-
base it on any of this.
So I'll just
That's
switch
right.
with Ian, and I'll do the 15 this time.
You'll do 15. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna lower mine substantially, and then it's gonna be higher.
Yeah.
So you know what? A broken clock is right twice a day. I'm gonna say $35.
I do think this one will be less common than the first.
Yeah, I think so.
And
too.
after that, apparently not a worthy successor of Top Gear 2.
Yeah, it wasn't as well received.
So, yeah, you may be right.
I don't know. We'll see. Don't count on it. Actual retail value of Top Gear 3000 used on average, according to PriceCharting.com, at the time of this recording, $58.03.
Damn.
Just goes to show that quality does not mean a fucking thing.
Right.
Just kidding. I'm being hard. On Top Gear 3000.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad game. I thought it was good, and it's like, as much as I like F-Zero, I think technically Top Gear 3000 is a better game because you can play it with another person.
Yeah, right.
Okay. That's F-Zero's like
that always
big
adds
downfall.
That always adds multiplayer adds something every time.
Yes, even though no one in my family really wants to
Right.
sit down and play a Super Nintendo game with me. I asked Henry because he's getting into cars and I told him I was playing a racing game and he's like, oh yeah, I'd like to check it out. And he popped in and he's like, that looks cool. I'm gonna go play Forza Horizon. I'm like, yep, I get it. So, all right, what do you guys think Flopsy might have to say about these two top gears?
What?
I think Top Gear is going to be 3.5 stars.
Okay,
Common.
3.5 common.
Yeah, I have no argument.
I'm
against
good
that.
with that.
Do you think that sounds right? I think they're going to like it.
I think they're gonna like it
And
too.
I think it's going to be a common, especially as it's early racing game.
That early at that price, common sounds right.
And it's
Yeah.
Kimco, so I mean, especially that time period, I feel like common could work. My only thing is, I don't know if they're gonna give it 3.5, or I would say they might even give it 4.
It's possible. But I think it'll be 3.5, and then that Top Gear 2 probably got 4.
I can see that.
Okay.
So let's do 3.5
Yeah.
common
And
for
then
Top Gear 1.
for
What do you
Top
think
Gear
for Top Gear 3000?
I think that one's going to be more like 3.
I think Top Gear 3000 is an uncommon game.
I agree. I think it's going to be 3 stars uncommon.
What do you
Okay.
think, Drew?
That's fine with me.
Okay. All right, let's see. According to Flopsy, a.k.a. the Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library, 1991 through 1998 by Pat Country, courtesy of Monster Roll Mike and the Mysterious Shadowy Benefactor. Top Gear, boys, is common, 4 stars.
Damn. Okay. You're right.
Top Gear 3, well, sometimes I am. It's rare. Top Gear 3000. Holy shit, fuck Tourette's. Availability, very uncommon. 4.5
They
stars.
scored
Wow.
this higher. What did Top Gear 2 get?
4.5,
Okay.
Okay.
which that tracks for me.
I don't think
but
Top Gear 3000 is a
Wow.
4.5 star game. That's one of the highest ones we've seen.
they might have accounted for the multi-tap compatibility.
Yeah.
That probably gave it at least half a star, is my guess.
Probably.
Because that 4 players, like a fucking racing game on a Super Nintendo. That's
That's a big deal.
That is a
yeah.
big deal.
Okay.
And I mean, I don't have a basis of comparison with other Super Nintendo games. 'Cause I
Yeah.
just don't really play them.
I don't.
But I liked Top Gear 3000. I liked the shifting in one, but I really liked that you could do that. They kept the upgrade path in 3000. So,
Yeah, that's what kept me playing it.
yeah. Anyway,
They do mention the DSP-4 enhancement chip as well,
Okay.
which is instrumental to drawing the forks in the racetracks.
interesting.
Because get
Yeah.
to some tracks where you have
Right,
to choose
you
are they
can-
going to go left or right.
Yeah, and if you chose wrong, you were
You really
fucked.
you
Lose
fucked
your
yourself
position
bad.
Yeah.
hardcore. Yeah.
Yeah, good mechanic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Well, that's it.
that's it.
We did some Top Gear stuff, and
Tyler's definitely not dead, so he
Tyler's
should be back next week.
100% not dead, but we do have some business to discuss that we do every week, and it's our Patreon. Patreon.com/TADPOG is where you can donate money. We're working on some stuff.
Yeah.
Working on some stuff. We've got your $1. It buys you in and gets you access to all the content we've got out there, stuff we've done in the past, movie reviews, real-time tabletop gameplay, all kinds of cool shit just for the $1 tier. If you go into the $5 tier, which is the Jake tier, you automatically become a Tadpog Jake. Once a month, I read that list in Jake form of all those fine folks that are donating $5 or more. And we're, like I said, we're working on something.
There should be something waiting for you, Jakes, right now.
Soon. Yeah, right now. And then the next tier up is the executive producers. These are the fine folks that donate $20 or more every single month. And I'm going to read your names right now, but not in Jake style. We're going back to traditional style for this week. Original flavor. Starting with Cubicle Monkey, Sandwich Pope Phil H, Gamebug Prime Nathan E, Matt G, a.k.a. Gentle G, Pinball Airplane Archmage Chris Edler, sorry you couldn't be on this episode, that nice guy from Michigan, whose name I really like to say, but I won't. I just like his name. He's got a cool name.
He does have a cool name.
You have a cool name, nice guy from Michigan, but I won't say it because you asked me not to. I'll say it real loud after we stop recording. Louisville correspondent, Princess Consuela, Banana Hammock, Flavor Trick, Taryn D, D Pope Sandwich, Lord Micah P, Cthusiast Jeff M, Jesse Y, Drink Bud Dry.
Hell yeah.
Thank you all for your generosity.
Yes, thank you very much.
And all of the donations mean something. You know, we don't favor anybody. We're not saying, oh, we like you better if you donate more money. Because all of the donations matter. It means a lot to us that you're giving us money out of your own pocket for just letting us do this podcast.
And I'm in fucking Steam debt. That's not a lie. So, I mean,
you need that
That's
help.
not like I do need the help. So, patreon.com/Tadpog.
And Tyler's rebuilding his house, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which you
rough.
think is like probably more expensive than my Steam debt, but
But who knows?
who knows?
So, how do y'all want to close the show out tonight?
As
your favorite celebrity in a reasonably priced car.
Okay.
Ooh, I like that.
So, until next time.
Tropical Capricorn. I was Jerry Seinfeld because he drives all the fancy cars that he owns.
Yes.
I tried to picture him in a Toyota Corolla.
I don't know if he would. He'd be like, Probably not going to do that.
Thank you for being on. Papa Drewski.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I got.
That's natural, right?
I'm just so comfortable with you being here. It's like I didn't think that this is a treat.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like you're here and we just. You just fit in so well, we don't even think about the fact that you're only here every once in a while.
I really appreciate it. It's a lot of fun to come by.
Sweet, man. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, y'all.
Tadpog is hosted and produced by Tyler Holland, Dave Moore, and Ian Chandler, and releases new episodes every Wednesday. You can find them on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and just about anywhere else podcasts are hosted. If you have a question or comment for the hosts, don't hesitate to call us at 270-883-2555 and leave us a voicemail. If we like it, we'll play it on the show and respond. If you'd like to send us something, you can do so at Tadpog Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002. If you'd like to donate to the show, visit patreon.com/tadpog, and with a minimum donation of $1 per month, you will get access to all of our fun bonus content. Join the conversation on our Discord server at bit.ly/tadpogdiscord. Registration is free, and we'd love to have you there. If you enjoy our show and haven't already, don't forget to find and tap that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. I will do the intro, and
Sounds good.
We'll just roll with it and get it done. Let me get a little silence, please. Perfect.